Hello, Mass Effect Nation. With E3 far in our rearview mirrors and the Mass Effect Andromeda reveal trailer right along beside it, fans are left thirsty for more information on the game. For some fans, it's not entirely certain just when we'll see that information. But worry not, Mass Effect Nation. Not only do I have answers and information to alleviate your concerns, but I can also tell you without a shadow of a doubt when I can personally guarantee we will see more Mass Effect Andromeda information. Also, if you haven't yet, be sure to watch my previous video explaining what Mass Effect Nation is, and how you can help build the best fan community in gaming. The link to the video is in the description below. With the E3 Andromeda reveal trailer playing in our minds over and over again, echoing in our thoughts and memories, most of us looked to Gamescom as the next beacon of hope for possible Mass Effect Andromeda information. For a while, rumors fluttered and fans gossiped about the possibilities of Bioware showing the game at Gamescom, until Chris Wynn, senior developer for Bioware, tweeted this tweet response to a fan asking if we'll see the game at Gamescom. Unfortunately, that's a solid no. Some hope can be found though in a follow-up response by Chris Wynn when a fan mentions Gamescom next year in 2016. Chris assures fans that Andromeda will indeed be at Gamescom next year in 2016. While that is an entire year away from now, it is a definite answer as to when we'll surely get more information on the game. Don't fret though, Mass Effect Nation, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that we will get more information far before then. Actually, only a few months from now. That day is N7 Day. If you remember, Bioware shared this image after E3, stating that we will definitely get more information later this year. And when is later this year? Well, I guess I already said it. N7 Day. Basically the Mass Effect holiday, named after the highest rank in the Alliance Special Forces. Last year on N7 Day, Bioware gave fans an hour-long podcast on Twitch, showing all this concept art. And providing a decent amount of information on the game. I cover this podcast in depth in this video linked here. But what for the next N7 Day, the one that takes place later this year? My guess is on November 7th this year, Bioware will most likely give us another podcast, likely on Twitch, and likely an hour long, similar to the podcast last year. Only this year I can estimate that we will likely see some in-game footage, something definitely beyond a concept art. Definitely much more information than we got at last year's N7 Day. And remember, excluding this year's E3, last year's N7 Day was the largest source of Mass Effect Andromeda information to date, and that's even before we knew it as Mass Effect Andromeda. Keep that in mind while you look forward to N7 Day later this year. As I mentioned, I can personally guarantee we will get a decent amount of Mass Effect Andromeda information on November 7th, 2015. But that isn't the only date we can get information, only the next guaranteed date. There is a chance we can get information even before N7 Day, multiple chances even. Since Bioware was cool enough to pacify any rumors amongst fans regarding Andromeda at Gamescom this year, the next target on our galaxy map is PAX Prime. In case you are curious though, Gamescom is going on right now as I make this video, and there is sure to be some awesome games there. So here's the Gamescom schedule in case you are curious. Now, as I just mentioned, PAX Prime is the next major gaming expo where Mass Effect Andromeda is likely to make an appearance. With no word yet from Bioware and no rumors circulating amongst Mass Effect Nation, there is no information to go on when it comes to deciding if Andromeda will be at PAX Prime. One thing to note though is last year Bioware had a decent presence at PAX Prime with quite the busy schedule, showing both Dragon Age Inquisition stuff and doing some stuff related to Mass Effect as well. This was their schedule last year, which illustrates all of this. If Bioware showed some stuff last year at PAX, maybe we'll get lucky and see some Andromeda stuff at PAX this year. PAX Prime will take place between August 28th and the 31st, and it will be in Seattle, Washington. Add it to your calendars and let's hope for the best. The next possible source of information before N7 Day is one many fans may not know to think of. the Edmonton Comic and Entertainment Expo. Bioware itself has a studio located in Edmonton, and Bioware has been known to have a presence at the Edmonton Expo before, having a booth set up at last year's Expo. The Edmonton Expo takes place in Edmonton, Canada, between September 25th and the 27th, which is next month from the time of this recording. If we don't see anything for Mass Effect from PAX Prime, the Edmonton Expo is our next best shot. Add it to your calendars, Mass Effect Nation. After the Edmonton Expo comes November 7th, which of course is N7 Day, the day I said we'll definitely see some Mass Effect Andromeda information. But that isn't the last time this year when I expect we might see some information about the game. There's one more major game expo later this year, actually right before the year ends. And that expo is GX3. GX3 takes place in San Jose, California, between December 11th and December 13th. Not much is known about what will be shown at GX3, and it's not confirmed whether Bioware will show anything related to Mass Effect Andromeda, but it is the last major gaming expo of 2015, so it is something noteworthy to add to your calendar just in case. By now, you know all the major possible dates we could get Mass Effect Andromeda information this year. And remember, N7 Day is a for sure thing, I can guarantee it. So mark your calendars for all the dates I mentioned before. Those dates are PAX Prime between August 18th and August 31st, the Edmonton Expo between September 25th and the 27th, N7 Day, November 7th, which will definitely get something on this day, and then finally GX3 between December 11th and the 13th. Please share this video and these dates with the rest of Mass Effect Nation, so all the Mass Effect fans can be in the know and up to date with this information. This was all I wanted to share in this video. I've just been asked a lot of questions lately about Gamescom and about when we should get more Mass Effect Andromeda information in general, so I wanted to make sure everyone knew the when and where when it comes to being in the know about possible information sources this year. Now, every other video or so, I want to end the video with a small community update where I feature your comments and questions. In my recent Community Spotlight video, I asked a community question, and that question was, what would you like to see from the Milky Way galaxy during Mass Effect Andromeda? Do you want to see anything from the Milky Way galaxy at all? Why or why not? Here are a few of my favorite comments and responses so far. In my second Community Spotlight video, I'll feature more answers to this question, so be sure to continue to comment your answers to this question on my Community Spotlight video here. That way you have a chance of having your comment featured in a future video. And please, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter as well if you want to be part of Mass Effect Nation, a strong community of fans who help share real Mass Effect news, theories, and information with one another. Help build the best fan community in gaming ever, so we can let Bioware know that their work is appreciated and that Mass Effect is loved and followed. I hope you found this information useful. I have more information to share in a future video soon. And, as always, thanks for watching. Keela Salai, Mass Effect Nation.
Whatever he did, he probably deserves worse.
He certainly does.